All right, hey everyone, Gratuitous here from itsgratuitous.com. In this tutorial, I'm going to be teaching you how to slide your 808s. I'm going to be showing you how to do it with sample-based 808s, and as well as in a virtual instrument like Flex. They have the mobile tuned 808 bass pack here, and I'll show you how to slide your 808s in there, okay? Now, before we get into this tutorial, definitely check out my other tutorial. It's about 808s for beginners. It's going to break down all about 808s and some, must-know tricks. All right, so let's get into this tutorial. So to slide your 808, so first of all, these 808s are in the Urban Heat drum kit. This is inside of Drum Bundle Trio. I talk to you guys about this bundle all the time, in all my courses and stuff, right? And so when we're talking about a sample-based 808 to a virtual instrument 808, you're always going to get your highest quality in a virtual instrument because it's synthesized, which in other words, it's math. It's the highest quality you're going to get. But the benefit of using a sample-based 808 is sometimes you can get cool sounds, like the sound designer has layered different things on it. But anyway, so let's first slide an 808 in here, okay? So I just have this 808 sound, okay? Really, really low. I'm going to right click and go cut itself. That's the first thing you do in an 808, a sample-based 808. That allows you to play on your keyboard nice and clean. All right, so when we are in the piano roll, it's really easy to slide a sample-based 808. You're just going to click it in, and you want to hit the slide note, and you can see that this has the triangle. All right, so this one does not have the triangle. This one does. And so when we hit play, you're going to see it slides. Okay, I'm going to exaggerate that. Okay, and so if we're gonna make let's say a little a melody or something, bring down the tempo just a little bit and put a metronome on. Sometimes it's a little easier, so we'll just do something like this. I'll bring it up. Okay, so now you can just grab a slide note and we can kind of click it in. Just be creative with it. So, and let's just be really aggressive on this one. So bring this over, hold down Control, click, and I'm going to press Control and up to bring that up. Let's go up really aggressive. This is going to be way too much, but bring it down. And you can adjust the length, right? So even if you want it to be like that and the volume, so I'm holding on Alt and the scroll wheel to bring that back a little bit. And again, so you can just kind of adjust how you want your slide to, in terms of length, in terms of timing. And so as soon as you have that triangle there, that's it. So this is a regular note. And so watch, if I just hit play from here, we won't hear anything. Well, we just heard the metronome, but okay. So we have to have a regular note and then a slide note by just enabling right here. So that's a slide note on a sample-based 808. How you're going to do it in something like Flex or a virtual instrument is you're going to come up here to the cog. You're going to come up here to the miscellaneous functions. Now under the polyphony area here, just enable mono, and what this is going to do is it's only going to allow you to play one note at a time. When you have a bass line, you only want one note at a time. You're not playing chords in the bass. It's going to sound really weird, right? So we have mono, and then you just adjust your slide, and that's it. So how it works is you have to hold down a note, and then it blends into another note. Okay, so you have to be holding out both notes. So for example, if I hold down one note, and then I press another note, all right? And so what you want to do here is you kind of want to adjust the slide where it sounds cool, but it's still fast enough, okay? Because what's going to happen is if it's too slow, the slide isn't going to really happen in time, and it's going to sound out of pitch. It's going to sound a little weird. So you kind of want to fine tune that so that it's like. One other thing I'll show you here quickly before I wrap up this tutorial is I just released a podcast episode about the secrets of using 808s as a beat maker. So definitely check out the free podcast. But I talked to you about using your volume envelope. So when it comes to a virtual instrument, a lot of these 808s, they're very, very aggressive, right? And so in order to kind of soften them up and make them a little bit more musical, you can maybe bring down the sustain just a little bit, and you can increase the release a little bit. So as soon as you let go of a note, okay, now it has a little bit of a tail. And you can still hold it down. You can still do your thing. But when you have a little bit of a tail, I usually find it just gives a little bit more life to creating your melodies. See, I can still hold it down, can slide it, and you can still just kind of hit it quickly. It doesn't have to be so perfect. And so that's it. So if we go to a virtual instrument, let's just copy that same thing we just did. Go to new pattern, okay? And you can see that if I So I don't think, so in this case, because it's flex, okay? So because this is a native instrument, I believe you are able to use the slide notes. So let's disable this. But if you didn't have a native instrument, something like, let's say Nexus or something, you may have to go like the mono approach. But if you're using something like Flex, you can just do the slide notes as well. Again, you guys can check out the Drum Bundle Trio, the Urban Heat, and why this is such a powerful drum kit. The Urban Heat is because, again, you have tons of different 808s in it, but then you also have the short-tailed kicks. All right, and so if you're going to be mixing your drums with 808s, using short-tailed kicks with an 808 is really awesome because they're not really going to conflict too much because they're so quick. Right? And so there you guys go. So that is this tutorial on how to slide your 808s. You just add in your regular notes right here. You come up here to click the triangle, and this is your triangle note, okay? One other little trick I'll pass on to you, if you highlight a sound and you drag it around, you don't hear the noise. If it's not highlighted, you hear this, right? That can be annoying. So there you go. You can adjust its length, right? Holding down Alt to break free of the snap. And you can also adjust its velocity, okay? So if you hold down Alt on the note, you can adjust the velocity by using Alt on the scroll wheel. You can highlight multiple at the same time. Oops, sorry. Holding down Control and Shift to highlight those. Hold down Alt, right? You can adjust them, and then the slide isn't just as aggressive, all right? So if you guys want to keep learning FL Studio with me, definitely check out my website. I'm a recognized FL Studio trainer, so I have over 27 courses at the moment, and I have a free book if you guys would like to start slow. You guys can get the free book by going to itsgratuitous.com/5 keys. I also have an FL Studio beginners book, many other books, and many other courses. So always feel free to reach out. Thanks for checking out this tutorial. I'll talk to you guys in the next one.